How's it going, boys? Personal Juice here. Today I want to tell you guys about the newly revealed Atlas Ascendancies, what they do, why they're bad, and why they're good. Now, I won't be reviewing all of them, because I'd say most of them are pretty much underwhelming, and I don't really think most of the Atlas regions are that good. Now, if you're not familiar with what Atlas Ascendancies are, effectively, Atlas Ascendancies are talents for your Atlas regions, which allow you to target specific league mechanics and get bonuses in those league mechanics. For example, you can have more legions, you can have more rewards from legions, more splinters, and stuff like that. Now, the first legion I think is going to be good is Lex Ijoris. The reason why Lex Ijoris it might be good is because of those two ascendancy points, Pathological and Compulsive Hoarder. What Pathological does is it makes it so mobs found in areas have a 10% chance to have layers of delirium. Now, what does it mean? What it means is every single map you find has a chance to contain delirium orbs on that map. It could be a T1 map, it could be a T16 map, it doesn't matter. You might have a chance to get good maps that have good delirium layers. Now, how good is this? I don't know. Nobody really knows because we don't know how many layers can you have per map. My guess would be, I'd say, just a couple of layers, so a couple of delirium orbs, so I'd say from about 20% delirium to about 60% delirium. I wouldn't really have my hopes up for a 100% delirium drops, because those would be insanely rare, and I don't think it's going to be that worth it. Now, I when you do this, when you farm for those kind of maps, you're gonna have to realize that delirium layers can apply to any map you drop. So every single map you drop has different variant of tiers. Even if you're farming T16 maps, you still have a chance to drop T1 maps. So you'll be getting a lot of really low tier maps, and you have a chance to poke this ascendancy point on those maps. Now, this might force you to just be picking up every single map you find, which is gonna be quite annoying, and not sure how much it's gonna be worth it. It's still pretty good way of side income, but I don't really think it's gonna be that insane. It could be, but let's be realistic. I'd say probably not. So now, compulsive hoarder. What compulsive hoarder does is it gives you a chance of 15% to generate additional 3 reward types. What it does is effectively it turns your 5 delirium orb map into a 8 delirium orb map. The difficulty of delirium is going to be the same, but you just get a bit more rewards. Now, this sounds really good until you realize that there's too many delirium orbs in the pool, and the odds of getting a decent one are quite low, and you only have a 15% chance to get a spark in the first place. So, to me, this kind of seems a bit scuffed. I don't think it's gonna be that insane, but if you guys want to test it yourself, it's definitely a good choice to test. Now, uh, if you want to go for more ascendancies, I'd say Abyss is quite good, Metamorph on this side is quite good, so is Pyrandus. But again, this region is a bit underwhelming, but I'd say it's one of the best ones at that still. Now, for Lexajoris, if you want to choose a map that you want to farm, I'd say you should probably farm. So Lexajoris is going to be on this side, so you're going to have Burial Chamber, you're going to have beaches, alleyways. All those 3 maps, I'd say, are pretty good for farming Delirium. So is Wastepool, so all those maps are really fast, can farm Delirium quite well, have a lot of mob density. I'd say probably Burial Chamber is going to be the best one, but it's up to your preference. Personally, I'll probably be farming alleyways instead of Burial Chamber, simply because Burial Chamber is a T16 now, and a T16 full delirium map might be a bit overwhelming for a lot of people. Now, let's keep going. My favorite map region is going to be Lex Proxima. The reason why is because of my Breachstone schematics. So I'll be farming Breachstones in delirium maps. I'll be farming for more splinters, I'll be farming for pure chill Breachstones. Now, once we get our Watchstones, The Watchstone is going to give us more benefits, so we're going to have a higher chance of getting Chiyulos, we're going to have a higher chance of getting really good rewards from those Bridgestones. So I think farming Lex Proxima is probably going to be the best choice for you guys. Again, what it effectively does is it makes it so every single breach you have is going to have a boss, and every boss drops double splinters and has a 10% chance of giving you a full Bridgestone. Now, if you're forcing Chiyulo to spawn in every single map, then you'll be making a lot more currency. Now, I'm not sure how expensive the Watchstone is going to be, but my guess is probably going to be about 1 Exalt each, because of how available they would be. My guess is that you can get a Watchstone from killing a 10 boss Maldiva, the new boss, and that's how you get the Watchstones. You should be able to get those Watchstones in about a couple of weeks, a couple of days of the league, and it shouldn't be that much of a big deal. Again, the bonuses for this are completely insane, and I think it's going to be huge for us. Now for Lex Proxima region is in this side, so if you're looking for a good map to farm, I'd say Jungle Valley is pretty good. Glacier, maybe, because Glacier is quite an open map, so farming Breach is going to be really good. But other than that, I don't really think that this region has really good maps. Now, this region is getting 2 new maps, so I'm not sure what the layout is going to be in those maps. But we'll have to see. Maybe those maps will end up being BIS, and they might even have a Doctor Drop in them. What is the new Doctor Drop? Now, for my last best choice, I think this is probably going to be the best starting area in a game, Greenwich Cairns, because this region has the best Ascendancy points in the game. I haven't been able to find anything better than this, so there it is, boys. So, in Greenwich Cairns, you have a 100% more likely to spawn a general, and you'll always have 2 generals in Legion. Now, why is this good? Well, you only have 4 different generals in a pool of generals, so the odds of getting a really good general is going to be way higher. So you can force a Marketh using Watchstones, so you'll be farming Marketh way more likely and way more often. Even if it's not 100%, you'll still be getting those Marketh splinters really fast, and you'll be getting a lot more currency just from the Legion itself. Now, having a Legion in delirium maps gives you about a full reward tile, which is completely insane, and I think Legion by itself is going to carry you. Now, my second choice for this region is going to be Twice Tempted and Temper Proof. What this does is it makes it so all the stone boxes in the area are corrupted and at least rare. So effectively, you're going to have a lot more stone boxes, you're going to have a lot more quantity from those stone boxes, and you're going to have a lot more rewards, such as divination cards and pure exalt drops. Now, you also have strong boxes in areas, have them a chance to open the second time, which effectively adds you plus 1 stone box every 10 stone boxes, which isn't a big deal, but still quite nice to have. Now, I suggest when you're farming this, you use Legion Scarabs and you use Ambush Scarabs to maximize the returns. So maybe farming Delirium Scarabs is going to be the most beneficial for you, and I feel like farming Scarabs is going to be completely insane and going to give you a lot more value than anything else. Now, I'll be still farming Blights for the first couple of days because I still think Blights are going to be having insane high value at the league start and drop really fast in a couple of weeks of the league. Now, for the map choice, Greenwich is in this area. I'd say we have really good choices for once. We have a tower, we have arcade, and we have a tropical island. Any of those 3 maps are completely busted for farming delirium, for farming currency. Even if you're farming just those maps as is without any delirium, you'll still be making a ton of currency. Of course, tower has the Neuros drops, which adds into Doctor drops. Arcade has Exalt divination cards, and Tropical Island just has a lot of mob density, a lot more mobs, a lot more simulacrum splinters, and overall just a really good map. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll be reviewing the patch notes for the season tomorrow, and hopefully poison abuse doesn't get nerfed and will be blasting when League starts. But even if it does, I'll be still playing my Cock Freezing Pulse, and I'll be having a ton of fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Come watch me on stream at Twitch TV Personal Jesus, and I hope you have a good day. Peace, y'all.